Hi everybody, this is Roxy, and when I showed my note card set using the Clear by Bag vinyl covers, I had a couple of people ask me to, or I said I could show it, how to do it if you wanted. So a couple of people requested that I do that. So here I am doing it. So these are the Clear Bag. I had a tape on here, so that's why that's on there. But this is one that I sold a bunch. I only have a couple left. And so this is the vinyl. It's really to hold note cards and envelopes. But I made a TN Traveler's Notebook out of one. And then I made these note card sets out of the other, some other ones. So that's what I'm going to work on now, is the note card set. So for the cover of the vinyl, you need to cut it at 9 3/4 by 6. So this project complete will take 4 pieces of paper for the note cards and envelopes and tags, one piece or half a piece of paper for the vinyl cover, and a half piece of paper for the traveler notebook, or the notebook you put in, this little thing. So basically 5 12 by 12 pieces of paper. So I'm working on using up some of my paper pads that I've made a lot of stuff out of. I'm kind of getting tired of seeing it, so I want to move it out. So what I've done is I cut, this was a 12 by 12 like this, and I cut it kittywampus. The cover for the vinyl is cut at 9 3/4 by 6, so I cut it completely in half horizontally. But I wanted the cover of my vinyl to show these cool hinges, so I cut just on one side for the back cover, you know what I mean? Where the Traveler's Notebook, I cut off enough on either side so that it's more of a cut in half, or the pattern is in half. So I'll show you what I mean. I also round all the corners of everything because the vinyl is rounded. So you kind of want a nice little, hope you can see that. So I will do that with this and then show you. And I think I did a 1/4 inch. Yeah, I did a 1/4 inch round. And I rounded the Traveler's Notebook. No, I didn't. You know what I did? I got lazy. Because with the Traveler's Notebook, or just with the notebook, you have to, I would have had to round all the corners, and I really got lazy. And I thought, you know what? It's good. So here's the cover. Again, I want this as the front. So that goes right in there. And you kind of got to just bend this carefully and slide it in. There. And then just kind of get it in there evenly. So there's the cover. And I can go back and, decorate the front inside, on the paper, not on the vinyl. And I'll probably put just like maybe one of the cut aparts from the pad. So then for the Traveler's Notebook, that one I'm just going to fold in half. And for the pages, the notebook cover is 9 1/2 by 5 7/8, so that it'll fit in nicely here. And I probably should round the corners, but we'll see how ambitious I am with this next batch that I do. And then the pages for the notebook, I cut these out of just cheap old copy paper. You could use lines paper if you can find it wide enough. You can use anything you want. And those are, I usually do about 10 or 12. And those are 9 3/4 by 5 3/4. So I've already cut that. And when you do the inside pages, you know, a lot of people have a lot of different ideas, but I found one that I think makes the most sense. Like to fold it in half. You know, fold each one in half, each page that you make of the 10 and 12, and then book them all together. And they're going to be, you know, if I had 10 or you know, more pages, the white pages are going to be hanging out here. So then that's when, after you staple it or sew it, I staple mine because I found a long stapler at a garage sale. But then once you get done, you want to get something with a metal edge ruler and just push that up there, and then use your utility or X-Acto blade and cut. Don't cut all the pages at once. Just keep going through lightly with a good sharp blade, and you'll get all the pages cut off. There are videos on doing that. So let's pretend that's done. And then you just put the cover in, just like the other one. Okay. Like I said, I could probably round that, but we'll see. Okay, so there's that. Now for the note card set. Okay, so now to do the card set, or the note cards and tags, it kind of matters. The only thing, if there's a directional paper, one of the tags is going to be goofy. You know, the pattern's going to go the opposite way of the tag, but I'll show you what I mean. And this is Amber Lyric Lovers 12 by 12 kilopage card NIMBY pattern. So you cut the envelope at 7.5 by 7 for a 4 by 5 card, and then this leaves 2.5 or 4 inch by 7.5, and so you'll get 3 tags out of it. And then you want to cut this down to 4. Actually, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Cut this down to 4. And Amber uses this as a decoration for her tag holder, but we're not going to use that. And this gets cut off at 10 inches. So you'll have a 4 by 5 card and a 2 by 4 tag. Okay. See, these tags kind of get cut down to 4. Video. Okay. So you really don't waste much of a page. Okay, so then here's your card, and if there's no direction on the page, you know, the pattern, you can use the card as a vertical or horizontal card. So if there's no direction, like I've already made a couple, I didn't cut this one down. If there's no direction, it doesn't matter which way you do your card. See? Like you could have it different cards going different ways. Alright, so then for the envelope, what did it say? Envelope. You want to do a 4 by 5, 7.5 by 7.5, and then start it at 3 3/8. And if you don't have one of these envelope punch boards, especially if you're a card maker, you gotta have one. It's just like the best thing since best thing since they came out with scissors. And then I'm not going to do these roundy things because my hand hurts today. But you know what I mean. And then I usually use red line tape to close it. And then I have that one punch that will make a little half circle here and here so they'll fit in together. Or you can put down a piece of, you know, like red line tape or a dot, but leave the sticker, you know, the cover on so that it doesn't close. All right, then for the tags, I have this trusty, I love this punch from Hobby Lobby. It's the best investment. And then just watch which way you're going with it. And see, this one's going to be crooked. Or not crooked, but the pattern's goofy. But, you know, you can make it work. Okay, and then with mine, I also use the reinforcer. But I cut them out with different patterns because I think that really adds a nice little touch to it. Just kind of finishes it off. Alright, so where is my... Let's pretend these strings were cut out for this pattern. So this is how I pack it up. So we got a finished notebook, let's pretend. We got a finished card and a finished envelope. Because on the cards, see, and then I mix and match the envelopes with the cards. But you would put a cut apart or a sticker, whatever you want on there to kind of just make it cute. So I cut out, you know, 4 thingies, and then I just put this in the corner. And then, okay, this is all closed up. Got my 4 sets of cards and envelopes, and they go right in there. And then I've got my tags that have their little reinforcers on it, and they're all different ones. They match the envelopes, because I have, or the cards, whatever. Both. And then I put those in, fanned out a little bit like that. Or if you wanted to show the cute card you have in there, you could just like fan them kind of like this way and put them in. But trust me, if you're having this at a craft fair, it's not going to look like that by the end of the day if they're not sold. But they will sell because they sell fast. Now, if you are super anal or whatever, you could use 2-sided paper here. Or you could put in 2 pieces of paper front to back, or back to back, so that it's not white. But I'm fine with this. So that's, and then I don't crease that. Did I? Yeah, no, I don't. I like to leave it kind of rounded, where I think it was the Traveler's Notebook, I creased it on the front and the bottom. And then other ones where I just put note cards and not a notebook, I crease it. So in other words, I have 4 cards on here and 4 envelopes here. Then I do crease it. Okay. So, and then you can decorate the cover, the paper, not the vinyl. Because anything on the vinyl, it's not going to come off. And if it gets wore out when they're using it, it's just going to look icky. So, I hope that helps. If you have any more questions, please let me know down below. And if you make one, please send me pictures, and because I like to share what people make that I've shown or whatever that I come up with. So if you do have pictures, send them to yourpaperpantry@comcast.net. And thanks for watching. Bye.